Hey everyone, welcome back. This is the real KMGH, and if you're on my other platforms like the Facebook page, for example, then you are looking at Kijanax. But the real KMGH, Kijanax are basically the same thing, nonetheless. But anyway, today we're going to be doing a review on the two latest episodes that have come out so far on Kaiju number 8, season 2. We're going to be reviewing on episodes 5 and 6. I positioned my camera over here on the Dine review. I did it without a page of what I've typed out and written out and what I'm actually going to talk about. Okay? But for the Kaiju number 8, season 2, 5 and 6, I've actually typed out things that I want to say, so I'm not going to be looking at the camera. For the Done, I was looking at the camera as much as I could and actually doing a review from memory. I'm just practicing my things, okay? And I'm going to be doing from reading from what I've typed out. That's just how I'm doing my things, okay? So please forgive me if my eyes are always like this, okay? I'm also watching this photo at the same time. Anyway, let's move on to the review, okay? So, welcome back, anime fans. This is what I typed out. Welcome back, fans, to the Kaiju number 8 season 2 review. We will be reviewing episodes 5 and 6 together, okay? If all of you can remember that the Defense Force has taken massive damage in their previous episodes, okay, to their ranks, which is funny, to take out the strongest soldier in the... If you take out the strongest soldier in the military, you literally defeated the entire army, okay? But yes, the Defense Force has lost and are made to look weak at the strength of Kaiju 9, which is weird because Kaiju 9 is the size of a person, but when you sort it out, yet now he is super strong, stronger than Kaiju 8, to be honest. As I mentioned in my previous reviews, this will be where the characters will take the task to become stronger in their battles so that they can avenge their friends and also keep those who are alive safe, okay, like the city and the civilians. And that's what we get here in episode 5, where Kikaro Shinomiya, the daughter of the director, Aisawa Shinomiya, okay? She's crying at his desk, at the father's desk, during his funeral procession. Okay, so while the funeral for the director is actually happening, Shinomiya Kikaro is actually crying at her father's desk. Okay, but this is also where her captain of Squad 1 finds her crying and he boosts who tries to boost her morale to keep fighting and to avenge her father and to make Japan a safer place for everyone else, which she agrees to do with tears in her eyes, to be honest, okay? Hibino, on the other hand, stands outside the office listening to the conversation, and we get a look at his hand, okay? And a part of his hand has never turned back to human. A small piece of his hand is still Kaiju 8. Which then, for those of us that can guess, okay, yeah, it's explained immediately at the same time in the anime, that Hibino's powers come at a price, okay? He is changing into Kaiju 8, and the more he transforms, the faster the permanent change will be until it is fully complete. So Hibino won't be human anymore. It's kind of sad for our heroic character that he is turning into a complete Kaiju, okay? But I have a question to that. Does that only mean that he will change to a kaiju physically? Or will there be a mental shift in his psyche? Okay? Because the kaiju is happening on a DNA level, but can it also affect the mind? Okay? Does that mean he's going to lose being human? He's going to lose himself and just be completely wild kaiju? Okay? Will the mental stress of not being human anymore play with him, or will the transformation to kaiju also transform his personality too? We don't really know what world Hibino is in. He's the first person to ever be it. And actually, he is the first human to ever have this ability and to ever be this far into Kaiju territory. He's basically walking in blind with no map at all. I tell you, what people is not looking good for the hero. And, Juventus is not looking good for our hero. Yeah, he might not be the hero of the show at this point for very long because he's turning a complete kaiju. He's going to go kaiju on us. I can already see it now. While they're busy fighting, he's going kaiju on us. Okay, So Hibino decides to go home and take the day off. He meets up with his former work cleanup crew before he joined the defense force. I guess this is to feel like himself again before becoming a kaiju, before he started to join the defense force and he started fighting and obviously gaining the kaiju abilities. Before he became a kaiju user and being involved in a world altering situations, and he wants to be normal again because right now in the series he is far from being a normal human. Okay? The day ends and Hibino says his goodbyes to the team. It's not a sad goodbye, but as you, the viewer, would understand that this is kind of like his final goodbye to his friends from when he was human. Hibino doesn't know what to do from this point on. Maybe that the defense force might be able to help him in his condition, but he will keep fighting the kaiju till then, until he goes kaiju on us. Okay? I'm just gonna say it. Hibino wants to find a way to stop the transformation. I'm pretty sure right now he doesn't want to be a kaiju anymore, okay? He doesn't want to lose his humanity and his human form because that's what he's afraid. He's afraid of giving in too much into being kaiju, and he's afraid of just losing it. He's afraid of not being Hibino anymore. Hibino is afraid of the kaijus. He is afraid of Kaiju 8 as well. He's afraid of becoming a kaiju completely mind, body, and soul. So he is experiencing his worst fears right now in the series, and once again might not be useful in the field because he probably doesn't want to transform because now noticing the risk that he's going to be paying. This is a very sad moment for the kaiju fans, I guess. Anyway, moving over to episode 6. In episode 6 we get to see that Vice Captain Soshiro Hoshina, that's from the other squad, walks into a lab where the researchers are busy with the experiment on Kaiju 10, the big kind of dragon type. And this is where Soshiro has a conversation with it. Obviously, the higher ups are also listening to this conversation because the Defense Force needs information on Kaijus, especially on Kaiju 9. Okay? Oh man, I don't. Oh. Come on! Anyway, this is where Kaiju 10 informs everyone that he was created by Kaiju 9, which would confirm what Kaiju 9 said in episode 4, where he mentioned time to bring back Kaiju 2, okay? But after absorbing Aisho Shinomiya. So basically, it was like Kaiju 9 was saying like he can revive Kaijus. But then again, if he made Kaiju 10, I see no way why it's not possible for him to actually revive Kaiju 2 because it seems like he can't do that. Okay? So this means that Kaiju 9 can revive Kaijus and also create Kaijus higher than Fortitude 5. Because Kaiju 10 is a Fortitude 4.5 apparently. Okay? So Kaiju 9 can create his own Kaiju army if he wants to. So why is it taking so long to do so? Maybe it takes time, or maybe it takes more power to actually create an entire army, and that might be the reason why he is biding so much time, getting so much strength, and then avoiding fights because he needs to create an army. Because in the episode 6, in that episode, we actually do see that there are many other duplicate of Kaiju 9 just hanging around, which is very scary. What is Kaiju 9 actually planning? Okay? So Kaiju 10 cuts things short with the Vice Captain and asks to be turned into a Kaiju weapon, as he wants to be able to fight and to be used to fight any strong opponents, whether Kaiju or not. And this is where Soshiro turns him down and turns Kaiju 10 down, as Kaiju weapons are dangerous to use, especially if you are the user. But to me, it literally, I think it intrigued the Vice Captain. I think the Vice Captain probably does like fighting. And not to mention, he's a pro in close combat. So I think he might really want a weapon. But yeah, the risks are quite high, to be honest. Okay? Very strange. So, he can fight strong opponents and have stronger weapon to use, and with the fight against Kaiju 9, maybe it would be a good time to actually have a strong Kaiju weapon with him. So, we then move to a scene where all the captains and all the other Defense Force members are in a meeting where the discussion for a tactical plan against Kaiju 9 is busy being discussed. After divulging all the information regarding what Kaiju 10 said and the other info gathered about Kaiju 9, It seems the Defense Force is on the back end of things, especially since Kaiju 9 now has the memories of Aisawa Shinomiya. Aisawa Shinomiya. So the Kaijus know all about the Defense Force and the weapons. That's one of the abilities that Kaiju 9 has. As soon as it has absorbed something or someone, it gains the abilities and it also gains the memories as well. So Kaiju 10, Kaiju 9 knows all the passwords, all the weapons, everything that the Defense Force is capable of. And we can understand that, yeah, of course, it should actually know how to get into the Defense Force bases because didn't Kaiju 9 like absorb one of the scientists? We didn't see that was like off screen, but when he appeared behind Aisawa Shinomiya, he was masquerading as a scientist. So he literally went out, waited for a scientist, spotted that dude, okay, I'm going to absorb that one, absorbed him, and gained access to the Defense Force. So he's already been in there, he knows everything already. Kaiju 9 is a dangerous Kaiju to go up against, to be honest. He's a dangerous enemy. He knows too much. He's able to get in anyway. And he can disguise himself as anyone. And if he can't, he will absorb that person. It's a dangerous Kaiju to go up against. A Kaiju that can look like anybody else. It's scary. It's too scary. Gladly, he's the only Kaiju that can do that. Apart from what we saw in episode 7. If I'm correct. Episode 6, sorry. Where he's got multiple Kaiju 9s growing. It's frightening. Anyway, moving on. So this is where the Vice Captain Shoshiro said that the Defense Force needs to put more focus on the new recruits and the Kaiju weapons, okay? That don't have a wielder yet. So there are Kaiju weapons that are being created that don't have a wielder yet. And this is where we see one of Hibino Kafka's friends in the Defense Force in his previous squad get assigned, because he's compatible apparently with his weapon. He gets assigned to be the wielder, okay, of possibly the most strongest Kaiju weapon that has been created by the Defense Force, okay? Available from the strongest Kaiju that has ever appeared, which is Kaiju 6, where Kekeru Shinomiya lost her mother in a battle. So her mother was fighting Kaiju 6, and her mother passed away there, apparently. But apparently she must have done that while bringing down Kaiju number 6. And apparently Kaiju number 6 is dubbed the King of Kaijus, because when this dude appeared with other Kaijus by his side. So he appeared with an army. He appeared with his guys, you know. He appeared with his entourage. And apparently he's like strong, but apparently they still defeated him, but they've also made what is now dubbed the strongest Kaiju weapon out there, okay? Which is made from the King of Kaijus, Kaiju number 6. But it doesn't seem to be an easy feat to even sync up with this weapon, as this weapon is too powerful at this point. And also, let's not forget that all Kaiju weapons shorten the lifespan of its user, and that is no different for this weapon, okay? And we do actually get to see this captain who leads the squad where where one of Hibino's friends have gone into, okay? That dude over there with the blondie, it's him, okay? So basically the captain like asks him like, are you sure you want to take the risk of wielding this weapon, because it is dangerous and it shortens the lifespan, and it's dangerous to even have to sync up to it to be able to use it. And he says, I'm down. And they do the whole testing. He basically collapses. It's like weird. It's like he has to put on armor. This weapon is armor, and his body can't take it, and he collapses. And he said, and they ask him again, like, are you sure you want to go after this again? Because this is only about like what 20% of the armor, not the whole thing, and you collapsed. And he's like, I'll do it. So he's fully on to taking on this kaiju weapon, which obviously looks like it might take his life because these kaiju weapons are so dangerous. But I don't think maybe that's something that we'll have to worry about in the series. The series is taking quite a big chunk by looking at how difficult it is for the defense force to actually fight against the kaijus, and there's a whole lot of risks. I think this is cool. It does add to the story. We don't just have action upon action. We're actually getting something that is showing us more of the story and the risks that these fighters, our heroes, actually have to go through, which is like really cool. I think that's cool. Adding on to the story because we need more. I thought now. I thought now something ran across this desk, but it was just the glare of the screen on the keyboard. Yeah, I got a massive fright just now. But coming back to the anime, we need more in-depth story. We really know the action is down in Kaiju 8 season 2, but we need a little bit more story, and I think we are getting the story a little bit more. They're showing the risks and all of that stuff. The defense force is taking on doing as much as they possibly can. I think when it comes to this massive climactic battle that we're going to have, I don't want it to be just over the top CGI and big budget explosions. Give us a good story. There has to be meaning to the fight. The fight has to mean something. We mustn't just look at, oh, look at that explosion. Did you see the massive crater? Oh my gosh, did you see that? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. We don't need that. What we need is a meaning to the fight. The fight must have meaning so we can actually understand the destruction that is happening. It's got to mean something. Okay? But yeah, at the moment that is the review for episodes 5 and 6. I do think it was cool. We're getting good story. We are at a slow pace at the moment. It is cool. Like we have action, then we have a slow pace, which is cool. I think it's okay because it's giving us more story, and we do see them bringing on more information of what needs to happen. More things are coming out of the woodwork. Okay, it's not like, oh my gosh, why is he crying? Why is he crying? You know, we don't have any of that kind of crap like what happens on My Hero Academy. Yeah, I said it. Sorry about that, but I don't care. But yeah, we have come to the end of the vid. Please, everyone, subscribe, follow, react, and comment on all my content and videos. I want to hear from you all, and I want to hear your thoughts on my content as well. But let's meet up again on the next video. Bye.